Okay. Ngayon, dumako naman tayo sa kahalagahan. Bago ko i-explain to, babasahin ko muna at saka ko i-explain. Okay? Binibigyang daan tayo ng deconstruction na makita ang kinikilingang pananaw sa pagitan ng mga binary opposition. Take note of that term. Hindi lamang sa panitikan, kundi sa halos lahat ng aspeto ng ating lipunan. Sa pamamagitan nito, nagkakaroon tayo ng pagkakataong himayin at unawain kung bakit nagkakaroon ng ganitong uri ng paghahati at pagtatangi. Sa pag-aanalisa, maaari rin nating matukoy at questionin ang mga puwersang nasa likod ng mga pagtataktang ito. Mga puwersang maaaring siyang dahilan kung bakit ipinaglalaban o isinasalungat ang dalawang panig. Sa huli, na ipapakita ng dekonstruksyon na hindi naman talaga magkaaway ang mga konseptong ito, kundi itinatapat lamang sila sa isa't isa ng mga nakatagong kapangyarihan o impluensya sa lipunan. So, ano ibig sabihin nito? Yung deconstruction kasi, pumunta muna tayo sa pag-coin ng term na to. Ang nag-coin na term na to is a French philosopher named Jacques Derrida. Ngayon, si Jacques Derrida, napansin niya sa Western culture, napaka-black and white nila mag-isip. Napaka-black and white nila mag-express ng mga ideas nila. So, ano nga ba tong black and white na to? Isa siyang example ng mga binary opposition. So, dun pa lang sa term na binary, ang unang papasok sa isip nyo is yung 1 at yung 0, right? Kasi dahil sa mga computer classes na tinake natin nung high school tayo. So, dun sa binary na yon, sa 1 and 0 na yon, usually in literature, even in society, most notably in school, yung 1 and 0 na yan, may hidden hierarchy. So, may comparison. Which one is better, 1 or 0? Which one is worse, 1 or 0? That's usually what we mean by binary opposition. May paghahati, may pagkukumpara. Ngayon, yung binary opposition daw na ito, hindi lamang natin makikita sa panitikan or sa literature. Makikita din natin siya sa ating real world. So, sa ating society. For example, yung mismong example na black and white. 'Di ba usually makikita mo siya sa racial disputes? For example, whites are the Caucasians versus the blacks, the African Americans. And it doesn't have to be black either. Other people of colors, other colors can be in it. Pero usually, it's white and black, Caucasians versus Africans or African Americans. Ngayon, yung sinasabi dito, yung deconstruction, pag in-apply mo siya, hindi lamang sa panitikan, kundi sa real world na to, makikita mo that these binary oppositions are everywhere you look. Not just in big topics like racial disputes. Like, for example, management. Mama si Georgie, iinom ng coke. Sorry about that. Like in management, for example, worker/manager, which one is higher, which one is lower? Diba usually managers? Wait. Okay, sorry, kinabahan ako. Yung recorder ko kasi naka 7 lang. Yun pala, nag-lag lang siya. Oh my God. So, ayun. Worker/manager, which one is higher, which one is lower? Usually, the worker is lower, the manager is higher, right? So, these binary oppositions, where else can we find them? Tall and short in the dating culture. For example, when it comes to dating, girls dating men, or just like dating men in general, which do you prefer, tall or short? Sagot. O, diba usually taller than you? Not necessarily 6'7" tall, pero usually taller than you. As opposed to a short person, unless you're a guy, you would want your partner to be taller than you. Or I don't know, bahala kayo sa dating stuff nyo. Pero usually, that's how it is. So like, that's a binary opposition. Where else can we find this in a real world setting? For example, another political situation like the rich versus the poor. That's a very famous binary opposition, isn't it? But exactly why? Have people never stopped to think, why are we fighting the citizens of the same country or a fellow citizen instead of looking at the source of the problem, which is usually who manages a country in the first place? Who manages citizens in the first place? Isn't it usually the government? So you can see that there is a lot of people who would profit from these binary oppositions, usually illusions, so that they may stay hidden, they may keep their power, or simply for them to not be the focus of a fight. Oh my gosh. So, sinasabi dito that if you know how to deconstruct literary analysis and if you know how to apply it in the real world, you can find evidences that maybe amongst your enemies or your struggles in life, the only real enemy is either you or your government, not your fellow citizens. Unless, of course, they're like super unethical to the point where they have a lot of money, they have a lot of control, but they're really unethical about it. But that's another discussion for a different